Jesus did something that makes absolutely no sense. He walked up to a tree, a random fig tree, and he cursed it, destroyed it, killed it. His disciples watched in shock. Why would you do that, Jesus? But here's what's crazy. This wasn't about a tree. This was a warning for you right now. And most Christians have no idea what he was actually saying. Let me take you to that moment. Matthew 21:18-19. Jesus is hungry. Early morning, he sees a fig tree in the distance. Leaves are visible, so he approaches it, expecting to find fruit. But when he gets there, nothing, no fruit, just leaves. And Matthew 21:19 says this, Jesus said to it, "May you never bear fruit again." Immediately, the tree withered, dead. Instant judgment. The disciples see this and they're confused. They ask, how did the fig tree wither so quickly? But Jesus doesn't answer their question directly. Instead, he says something that changes everything. He says, if you believe and do not doubt, you will not only do what was done to the fig tree, but also you can say to this mountain, go, throw yourself into the sea, and it will be done. Wait, what? Why is Jesus suddenly talking about mountains and seas? What does this have to do with a fig tree? Here's what most Christians miss. The fig tree wasn't the point. You are. Let me explain what actually happened. In the Old Testament, the fig tree is a symbol. It's not random. It represents Israel, the nation, God's people. When the prophets wanted to talk about judgment coming on Israel, they used fig tree imagery. Jeremiah, Hosea, Joel, they all used it. So when Jesus curses the fig tree, he's not just being dramatic. He's making a statement about fruitlessness. The fig tree had leaves, beautiful leaves, impressive leaves, but no fruit. That's the point. Here's what Jesus was saying. A tree that looks good on the outside but produces nothing on the inside, that tree has no purpose. It deserves judgment. He's talking about you. Are you a leaf-only Christian? All appearance, no substance? Do you look spiritual on Sundays but live like the world Monday through Saturday? Do you claim faith but produce no fruit? Because if you do, Jesus is saying, you're like that fig tree. You look impressive, but you're fruitless. But here's where it gets personal. Jesus didn't curse the tree out of anger. He cursed it out of principle. A tree that can't produce fruit has no purpose. Its only future is judgment. So the question becomes, what fruit are you producing? Jesus literally outlines this in John 15. He says, I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. Fruit, that's the standard. What fruit are you producing right now in your life? Spiritual fruit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control? Or are you just leaves? Looking good? Producing nothing? Here's what's shocking about this story. Jesus doesn't curse the tree because it offended him. He curses it because it's useless. A fruitless tree serves no purpose. It takes up space. It consumes resources. It offers nothing. So Jesus removes it. And he's saying, if you're just leaves, if you're just appearance, you're useless too. That's harsh. But it's true. But there's more to this. Jesus doesn't tell the story to condemn you. He tells it to warn you. He's saying, check yourself. Are you producing fruit or are you just performing? Because the difference matters. Eternally, a tree full of leaves but no fruit looks impressive from a distance, but up close, it's empty, useless. How many Christians are like that? They look spiritual. They say the right things. They go to church. They know the Bible verses, but their life produces nothing. No love, no transformation, no impact, no real change, just leaves. So what fruit should you be producing? Jesus spells it out. Love your neighbors. Forgive your enemies. Give to the poor. Serve the broken. Speak truth. Live with integrity. Not just talk about it. Do it. That's fruit. Not just knowledge. Not just belief. Action. Real, tangible, visible fruit. The fig tree had leaves, beautiful leaves. But Jesus looked for fruit. And when there was none, he didn't compromise. He judged. And here's the application for you right now. This isn't ancient history. This is a warning for today. Jesus is looking at your life and asking, are you producing fruit? What have you done this week that showed love? What have you done this month that demonstrated faith? What have you done this year that proved your belief in me? Or have you just been a leaf Christian, looking good, producing nothing? Because here's the reality. Judgment is coming. Not random, not unjust, but inevitable. Jesus said it himself in John 15:6. If you do not remain in me, you are like a branch that is thrown into the fire and burned. Burned. That's the consequence of fruitlessness. Not because God is mean, but because fruitlessness proves disconnection. A branch disconnected from the vine dies. It serves no purpose. So it's removed. So the real question isn't, why did Jesus curse the fig tree? The real question is, am I producing fruit or am I just leaves? Are you connected to the vine, truly connected, or are you performing spirituality while your actual life produces nothing? That's what Jesus was addressing. That's what he's still addressing. Here's what needs to change. Stop focusing on appearance. Start focusing on fruit. It's not about how you look on Sundays. It's about how you live on Mondays. It's not about Bible verses, It's about obedience you demonstrate. It's not about claiming faith. It's about producing evidence of that faith. That's fruit. And that's what Jesus looks for. The fig tree had one chance to prove its purpose. It had leaves. It looked promising. But when tested, it produced nothing. So Jesus removed it. You have a choice right now. Are you going to be a tree that produces fruit? Or are you going to be all leaves? Because fruitlessness leads to judgment. Always. Here's your challenge. This week, produce one piece of fruit. One act of real, genuine love. One demonstration of actual faith. One proof of your connection to Jesus. Not for show, for real. Because the difference between appearance and reality is the difference between life and judgment. Questions for comments. Strategically placed. Are you a leaf Christian or a fruit Christian? Comment honestly below. What fruit have you produced this week? Love, kindness, forgiveness? Tell me in comments. When was the last time someone saw real spiritual fruit in your life? Share your story. What fruit is Jesus asking you to produce right now? Comment what convicts you most. Do you know someone who's all leaves and no fruit? How can you help them change?